Hi, thanks for tuning in. This is Stuart, my channel name Middle Aged Runner, because that's what I am. 60 years old, getting back into running after 40 years. Now, the first video I made it clear what I'm doing, where I'm coming from, not really having run at all much for the last 40 years, and finding myself in a position where I'm running a 5k park run every 2 weeks, completely embarrassing myself and really wanting to improve, and then going from that position to, well, maybe I should actually take running up seriously as a target, because I mean, I haven't really got any hobbies in my life as such, and I'm not artistic. I'm not much good at anything really. Music, I haven't got the patience. Writing, I've tried, I'm not really much good at that. So yeah, I thought that running could actually give me a focus. You don't have to really be particularly talented to go out there and run and hit targets and improve, plus maybe there are going to be some other benefits. So I had a run on Saturday. I'll tell you how that went in a minute, but first of all, just to say, with the training that I'm doing 2 days of running, rest, 2 days of running, rest. On the days when I rest, I do some strength work on my legs, which is mainly just stretching and squats. So there's probably some more that I should be doing. I think my legs are not too bad, because I live on the 3rd floor of a building with no lift, and I come up and down those about, I don't know, 6 times a day. And I also have been walking 5-6 miles a day anyway for the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. So I'm not in terrible condition, but obviously my heart, my cardio system, when I went out and started running at first, my legs felt like 2 dead weights. Now, a lot of you can probably relate to that, and I'm pleased to say that since I started training properly, in other words, since I started not just the run is the training, like I run once every 2 weeks, that's not training at all, is it? You need I mean, it's better than nothing, and I was improving actually, but my legs, I was feeling uncomfortable in the run, and I wasn't really happy with the way that I'm running in those runs before I started training. Now 2 weeks of training has really kind of transformed my experience of that park run. So yeah, the training that I do is basically 4 or 5k 2 days in a row. I just go out and I don't push myself. I run just inside the discomfort level. Yeah, I don't want to go out there and punish myself. I know that way the improvement rate is probably going to be very slow, but I mean, a couple of reasons for that. First of all, I wouldn't enjoy it if I was going out there and punishing myself. Secondly, I don't want to risk any injuries, because I know that if I get injured, I'm probably going to quit completely. Unless I spend a year, reach quite a good level, hit my 25-minute for 5k target, and then I don't want to throw it all away just because I've picked up a niggly injury, and then I could maybe rest for 2 weeks and come back. But because it's early stages for me, if I injure myself now, I will probably get disheartened and quit completely. So it's really important for me not to get injured, and consequently my training runs I'm taking easy. Like today, for example, well, let me just first of all describe my park run. My first park run in 2 weeks, after 2 weeks of this training schedule. 2 5Ks, then a rest, 2 5Ks, then a rest. So how did I do? Okay, well, my fastest time on this course, using my running and walking strategy, was 32 minutes 35 seconds, right? Okay, that was my fastest time. I was getting it down every 2 weeks. It started off at about 38 minutes, and I've been gradually improving. However, the first 2 times I ran that 5k park run, I actually ran, or rather I shuffled around. And the first week I ran 36.5 minutes, the second week I ran 38 minutes. That's why I switched to the walk-run strategy, because I thought it would get me a better time, and it did, and I got my time down to 32 minutes 35 using that strategy. So I decided this time to run it, and I decided to treat it as a training run. So again, I ran my own race. I didn't try to beat anybody, I didn't try to overhaul anybody. If somebody came running past me, I let them go. I ran my own race. I treated it as a training run. I ran just inside my discomfort level. And to be honest with you, it's the first time I've actually enjoyed the run. I felt like I ran very fluently, and it wasn't a big effort. I felt like I could have gone on for another 5k easily. I finished off a lot of those 5k park runners. They're puffing and panting as they're going past me, and I didn't let it get to that level. I went around nice and easy, no problems at all, absolutely no problems. I kept a good even pace. Towards the end, when I felt that I had quite a lot extra, I lengthened my stride slightly, not too much, because I don't want to pick up an injury. And there was a guy about 20-30 meters ahead of me, and I thought I bet I could really overhaul him easily. I mean, if I wanted to, I could get past him, but I thought, no, don't do that. What's the point? I'm not going to get any gold medals for that. Just stick to your plan, just keep it going, speed up slightly towards the end. And I came through the line, no problems at all. I wasn't having to recover like a lot of runners are having to recover, and I was having to recover even after the stopping and starting, the walking running strategy. I would get in, I'd be dripping with sweat, I'd be doubling over, trying to catch, trying to recover. This time I finished nice and easy, no problems at all. And my partner, who saw me running, said, yeah, you looked a lot better this time. You looked like you were lifting your knees, you didn't look like you were shuffling around, and you looked a lot more like you were enjoying it, which I was. Okay, now I came in and they gave me a card, and the card said number 17. I thought, wow, I don't believe it, because my best placing before that was number 28. I thought, crikey, I've run under 30 minutes here. But then other people started coming in, and I started realizing that normally there are 60 runners. This time, for some reason, there were only 42. Well, actually, including all the stragglers and walkers, there were about 48. But somebody told me there were a lot missing this week because there was some other run going on. And I realized that I didn't think I'd run 30 minutes at all. That, that was just completely wishful thinking. So my time came in later in the day by email, and I ran 33 minutes 44, which when I saw it, I was a bit disappointed with it, but I thought, well, I got around nice and fluently, nice and easy, no problems at all. Yes, I've run faster using the running and walking strategy, but I should be comparing it with when I ran it all the way through previous time. My best time running it from start to finish was previously 36.5 minutes, and that was a struggle. My legs felt dead at the end of it. It wasn't enjoyable. It was a horrible run. This time I ran 33:44, and I enjoyed the run. And I think that I didn't feel any injuries or anything like that. Felt like I had a lot more left inside me. So putting it into context, not pressurizing myself to beat my best time, I decided that, yeah, that was a good run. Let's see what happens to my time next time, which will be Saturday. Don't go out to try and beat it. Don't look at your watch. Just go out, run the race, stick to your guns, and run just inside your discomfort level. Push into it maybe just, but don't come home puffing and panting, struggling, because that's disheartening. I believe that I can improve my time running easy if I can bring my time down, and I do believe that sooner or later I will feel that bounce in my legs that I felt when I was much younger and I was in much better condition, and one day I will go out there and do that 5k. It will be easy, and I will really make a big improvement. So I had a rest day on Sunday, and today it's Monday. I've been out running, and I ran at 11 o'clock in the morning before I started work, and I ran my normal course, which is basically, it's kind of a long uphill, an incline going about 1.5 to 2k, slightly uphill. It gets a bit steep towards the top, and then a turn around and circle back, and it's slightly downhill coming back. I was very careful coming back not to run too fast, because I had a twinge at the top of my thigh last time I did it. I was careful this time, and getting up that hill going, I didn't really have any problems. I just didn't push it too hard, kept running, but I was fine. I've come back, I've had a shower, I'm out running tomorrow, and then I've got a rest day. I would really like to do a much longer run, one long run a week, say 10k every week, but I'm probably going to wait a couple of weeks to see how I adjust to this schedule. I spoke to some other people on the day, and there was one lady who, she's going to be running a half marathon. Her best time is 26 minutes. She looks like she's about early 40s. And I said, "Do you run every day?" She said, "No, she runs 3 times a week." So I don't know, maybe I'm pushing it a bit. Two days running, 1 day rest, 2 days running, 1 day rest. But I seem to be doing okay with it. But I would like to squeeze in a 1 hour run every week, a 1 hour run, and then 2 or 3 5k runs, eventually maybe doing a bit of hill work. So I'm easing my way into this. Now, as regards the other benefits, I'm sleeping a lot better. Yeah, when I wake up in the morning, I haven't got this groggy feeling in my head. I've had some really good night's sleep, and there have been some other changes in me that I don't want to talk about. But you know, I seem to be feeling a lot better. My weight's coming down. My belly. I mean, I've got some fat on my belly. I've got maybe about 3 kilos to lose, I would think. So that's coming down as well. Okay, well, I'll report back on Saturday next week. This time next week I'll report back to say how I ran. And I'm probably going to be doing 1 or 2 other videos about when I used to run for an athletics club back when I was 20 years old in the early 80s, and my experiences from those times. I don't know, I've got 1 or 2 amusing stories that people might be interested in hearing. Because from about the age of 15, it was 15, I was running for the school cross-country team when I was 15, and I sort of transitioned a bit to the track and road running. I had long periods out, and then I came back, and then I eventually joined an athletics club, and had 6 months with them, made some great improvements, ran some pretty good times as well, and then I quit. Why? Well, that's another story. But anyway, I'm back now, and I hope that I hope I can stay with it and stick with it, because I think that running is a really good way to keep fit. I think it's better than cycling, and well, I mean, cycling is good, of course it is, but I never really enjoyed cycling. Swimming, I don't like swimming. I find it boring, and running is a thing that I like doing. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.